Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss how we can learn about our own problems in a deeper way. Yes, most parents come to us and they are not able to identify their own problems. They come to us and ask us why my child is doing this. Can you tell me why when I behave like this or my spouse is behaving like this, and why is that I'm not able to get the solutions? Once you know the whys behind the problem, we will be able to assess and get clear-cut solutions for these problems. But until and unless we go in depth or try to understand deeper what the problem is about, we are not going to get that solution. The very first thing that we need to do is learn what are the basic fundamentals of parenting. Yes, the basic things about parenting has to be learned and it has to be integrated. Only then we will be able to understand ourselves better. Most parents are not knowing about the child's personality, about their own personality, what is the learning style they have, how can we facilitate in a better way. These are all the basic things that we have to understand. But if these things are not known, you don't know the basic personality traits or what kind of parenting style you have, whether it is helicopter parent or permissive parenting, or what kind of parenting is that? Are you too rigid or are you very flexible? What is it? What is that which is causing you trouble? Are you allowing the child to ask questions, or are you very rigid, or you have some fixed opinion about certain things, and you're not flexible in your approach? So what is that which is causing that trouble? Assess all these things initially. Know the fundamental things about your own parenting style initially. Just think and start journaling about yourself. Are you giving forced instructions to your child, or asking the child to forcibly do certain things when he's really not interested? Then we need to assess. The second point that we have to do is assess the behavior, the behavioral issues of both parents as well as the child. So you have to divide the behavioral issues of both, that is the parents also and the spouse also, if it really needs, and then also about your child. What is that behavior which is causing this trouble, or why the child is behaving like this? What is the reason behind these things? Is it because I'm not able to communicate well? Should I change my communication, the way of communication, the style, or the words that I need to change? What is it that I need to do? So these things, start listing it down, start journaling. Once you start thinking about that or focusing into these matters, your subconscious mind starts giving you some hints as to how you can do it. So when you ask your mind what you need to do, your subconscious mind is ready with answers like how you need to practice or how you need to go about this particular problem. That's very simple. The only thing is we need to sit and focus on that particular problem and try to go in depth. What could be the reason? Is it because of my behavior the child is doing this? That also could be possible. Sometimes the way we behave, the child is trying to imitate, and that happens, and it over a period of time it becomes a habit, and then behavior is also formed. So assess that and identify where is the problem. Again, try to assess the academical issues. Why the child is not able to concentrate? Why is that he is fidgety and not able to sit in one place? He is not concentrating in one particular subject or maybe one particular concept. He is not able to understand that, but he is able to really understand about games, about counting the scores. He's well versed in all kinds of calculations beyond his lessons. But when it comes to his lessons, or when he's in his curriculum, he is not able to do it. Why is that? What may be the reason? Try to figure out by yourself what could be certain things. Try to find out whether you have a fixed curriculum system that only this you have to learn and beyond this you should not learn. If that is there, again the child has that limited resources and he is not able to get that access into that information or knowledge. So information, we can get it anywhere we want, but knowledge is something that is really precious, and we have to be mindful what are we going to give them. It's not just about our academics. It's not just about the curriculum that matters. So identify and assess the academical issues. Also, the fourth point is try to identify, try to learn the real problems of the child in the school as well as at home. In the child's perspective, or think in the child's perspective. If I were in his condition, what would I feel when my mom says this? Or what would I feel when my teacher does this to me? So these things are to be analyzed. Put yourself in his shoes. Try to identify the problems that he is facing as a child. If it comes to me, or if that same situation comes to me, or somebody is telling me these things, like how I speak, for example, maybe I'm very rude, and the way I speak, I'm again assessing whether I'm trying to introspect. If I am able to feel the same thing that my child is feeling, then there is some problem with our communication, and we need to change that. So try to put yourself in your child's uh, perspective, or in your child's shoes, and then identify the problems there. Try to understand the child's emotions really better. And the fifth point is, think what kind of changes I can bring from my end. Now stop having any kind of blame game. We are not here to blame others or charge somebody else over the problem. We need to take the charge ourselves and figure out what exactly I can do to bring that change, or to bring that positive things around me. This is what we need to do, and this becomes a magical change, some kind of changes that no one can ever predict. It is possible only when we try to bring the changes within ourselves. Stop having any kind of blame game. Most of the mothers come and say, we are in a joint family, so my spouse is like this, my in-laws are like this, and this is happening because of them, all these things are there. Now stop all of them. Think in a very positive way, in a very positive, keep yourself calm and quiet, and identify in what ways, figure out what are the ways that I can bring some changes within my child's life, so that it becomes a permanent change. This is really important for you as well as your child. Now the last step is about the action plan that you need to take. Action plan is nothing but create passion in the child rather than forced instructions. Do not force them, do not allow them to, don't kill that passion what they have about any interest that they have in any particular subject or any particular matter. Don't try to kill his passion. It's all about that interest that matters. If the child is not really interested in learning about the concepts or academics, or maybe in his studies, try to just figure out how you can inculcate that passion or that interest in child, or curiosity in child. Once that curiosity is aroused, then the child automatically comes to you and seeks some knowledge, and then you can open up with some communication, and then you can engage him in his studies. So these things are already there in your curriculum, so let us find out what is it about. Then you'll be able to identify. So do not force the child to do certain things, which when you do that, what happens is it gets into a negative form in the later stage. Second thing is about the action plan that you need to take is talk in terms of case studies and stories. Do not tell the child particularly that you are like this, or don't try to advise, or don't try to complain the child in that matter. Try to give some case studies, try to give some stories related to these things, and I make them identify, make them understand that when you don't do these things, this will be the consequence, or you'll have to end up having these kinds of results. Now what happens, the child is able to understand things in a better way now. The third thing is, let children ask questions. Allow them to ask questions, let them explore, let them do things on their own. Now these things, usually what happens is, parents are so possessive that they don't want to ask, they don't want to answer the questions either, nor are they willing their child to do certain things by themselves. They feel that it's a waste of time. Now this is not giving them better growth and development. You are hindering them from their growth. So try to make it a point that you do your level best. See that You identify the problems and come up with some solutions. Also, let us know what are your problems so that we can come up with some other solutions from our end also, and then we can have some one-on-one talk in case you really need us. We have the link in the description box below. Just click the link and book a call so that we are there to help you out. Before leaving, a gentle reminder to subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon and press all so that you can get all the notifications or all the updates whenever we upload a new video.